everyone, this is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics. And if you're wondering what you can do to stop someone from harassing you, stop people from causing your life to be in turmoil, this is the video to watch. If you're having someone that just won't leave you alone, no, it doesn't matter if it's at home, work, school, this is what I want you to do. And listen, you guys, this is powerful. Watch it all the way to the end because you guys know I always throw in some extra tips to help supercharge whatever you're doing. Now, before we get started, if you're new to this channel, this is a law of attraction metaphysical channel that brings life-changing information. Listen, join the family. Don't forget to support this channel by liking, subscribing, and tapping the bell. Now, let's find out how we can get rid of these people that just won't leave you alone. I'm back. Now, what is it that I have to show you that you can use to get rid of people that are causing havoc in your life? Now, listen, you guys, this is a law of attraction channel. So we don't believe in hurting people at all on this channel. This is a ritual that you can do to propel these people away from you or to stop them in their tracks from talking about you, from causing trouble in your life. Listen, there's a whole lot of bullies out there, and it doesn't matter if they're coming from school, home, work, whatever. Sometimes we just need to do what we need to do to have peace in our lives. But I do want to tell you guys, whatever going on in your life, always remember that you attracted it. So no matter what it is you're doing, you need to work on yourself also to see how you attracted this in your life. Now, let's get started with this ritual that I want to tell you. The only thing you're going to need at this point is some string. It could be some sewing thread. It can be a ribbon, but you're going to have to cut it down a little bit so it's thinner. Whatever it is, we're going to need black string, okay? However you make it, it doesn't matter what you use. You're going to need a black candle. Now, the candle, this is a tapered candle, and this is what I always use because it burns down very quickly. If you want to, you can use one of these candles, or you can use a candle something like this size. This is also for protection, but it's not black, so we're not going to use this. But you can use something this size that lasts about 3 hours, or this right here that lasts about an hour. If you want to do this over a couple of days, you can actually get about 3 of these. And again, these are only like 25 cents. You know, you can get them anywhere, and they're like 25 cents. Okay, so now what you need is the string, and you need the candle and a plate. If you have something like this that you can burn a candle in, you can use something like this also. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, remember, black is for protection, okay? And you're first going to make sure this candle is cleaned because you don't know who touched it. So you can use a little bit of Florida water, put it on your hand, put it on a napkin, and clean the candle. Okay, but the thing is, whatever you're doing when you're trying to get rid of something out of your life, keep the candle facing away from you. So you can clean it or whatever, but keep it away from you. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to take something that you can write with. I use a pencil because it's wood, it's natural, or you can use blue ink or whatever you want to use, something sharp, okay? And you're going to write down the candle the person's name, okay? What you want the person to stop doing. Leave me alone. You can put leave me alone, and you can put the person's name. If you know the person's date of birth, you can put that. If it's at your job, you can write the company name, the person's name, and leave me alone. Whatever it is you want to say. Okay, if it's school, you can write the names of the people that are harassing you. Again, this is very small, so there's only but a small amount of writing you can place on this. But if you get a bigger candle, a bigger black candle, maybe something this big, maybe a little bigger, you can write a little more on it. Again, be creative, people. So now, once you write the person's name on here, you're going to bind this. Now, I'm going to give you some extra tips a little later about what else you can do with this candle before you start this. But what you're going to do, you're going to take a string, okay? And you're going to tie it, and you're going to tie it on the candle in a knot. And leave a little bit at the end, okay? Because we're going to tie it again a couple of times. So you're going to tie it. In a knot. And again, make sure the end has enough hanging from it. Something like this with the end hanging, okay? And then you're going to wrap it. While you're wrapping this string around the candle, I need you to focus on the person that is causing trouble in your life. I need you to keep saying the person's name, leave me alone. You may say this 5 times, okay? Then I want you to tie the knot. And you're going to tie it in a knot 5 times. Why 5 times? 5 times is the number of grounding. At the same time, it is the number of change. So you tied it once. That was 1 time. So now that you wrapped it around the candle like this, you're now going to tie it 4 more times in a knot. Okay? So we're going to tie that in a knot 4 more times. Okay? So this is what the candle's going to look like. Again, you started off, wrapped it around, you tied it in a knot to secure it on the candle. Then you wrapped it around the candle the whole time saying the person's name and saying, leave me alone, get out of my life, whatever you want to say. And then after you wrapped it around the entire candle, you're going to tie it in 4 more knots. Again, 5 is the number of change, it's the number of grounding, and that's why we're using the number 5. Once you do that, I need you then to hold the candle in your hand. Again, everything you do it away from you, okay? Because you want this person to go away. And you're going to think about this person and what you want this person to do. You can keep saying the person's name 5 more times, imagining this person leaving you alone, imagine this person being nice to you, whatever it is you want to happen. Once you do that and you feel like you got the energy from you in the candle, I want you then to place it on a plate, light it, and let it burn. Now, what I want you to do is to make sure all of the string is in the plate because we don't want a fire or anything. And you want to stay with the candle until it burns out. Now, listen, that's why I use small candles because they burn out within 30, 45 minutes. Okay? Now, that is all it is. Now, let me tell you other things that you need to know before doing this. You need to know that whatever it is that's going on in your life, you attract it. You really need to let go of the situation after doing this, while doing this. Why? Because you can bring it back towards you. You can actually re-attract whatever's going on. So once you do this, let it go. Another thing you can do while doing this, before tying the knot on there, here's another tip. You can actually put a little oil on your hand. Here I have Michael, which is in charge of protection, okay? That's why I have the Archangel Michael incense. You can also use High John Conqueror. You could put a little bit of that on your hand and rub it on the candle, okay, before you bind it, okay? Why? Because these are things that help with protection. Now, another thing you can do, you can place a little bit of honey on your hand and roll it on the candle also. Why? Because honey makes people sweet, okay? You roll it on the candle and then you bind it, stating, leave me alone, be nicer to me, get out of my life, whatever it is that you want to say. Now, when is the best time to do this ritual to get people to leave you alone? Saturday is always the best day if you're looking for a day of the week because that is the day where you're pushing things away. You're getting rid of things. You're eliminating things. So Saturday is the best day. Now, if you're looking at the moon, the phases of the moon, the waning moon would be the perfect time. When is the waning moon? The waning moon is after the full moon going back into the new moon. So after we experience a full moon and the moon gets smaller and smaller and smaller, that is the time we call the waning moon. And that is the time where you want to release things, get things out of your life. And that's where this ritual can be done. So you can basically get 3 or 5 of these, and you can burn one every night while the waning moon is in place. Again, you could just do it one time. But if you want to do it more than once, you can do it 3 times during the waning moon, or you can do it 5. So it's up to you. But the thing is, this really works. If you want to get something done right away, by almighty, just go right ahead and do it. If you want to get something and you want to do it on a specific day of the week, do it on Saturday. So today I just gave you guys a simple binding ritual that will stop people from harassing you, stop people from causing havoc in your lives. And again, you guys, we all been there. There are bullies out there. But the thing is, you have this channel to tell you what to do. So listen, this is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics, and I just gave you a powerful ritual to get people to leave you alone. Don't forget to join the family, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and tapping the bell. You can follow me at myworldofmetaphysics.com, where you can get one-on-one coaching from me or a reading. You can also go to store.myworldofmetaphysics.com, where you can find crystals and candles and sage and incense, anything you need for your spiritual needs. Again, this is Yvette, and namaste.